If you're traveling to Marrakech and want to know some of the best things to do before going there, then this video is going to be for you. This video is also an extended version of my previous Marrakech video because I had a lot of comments and DMs on my Instagram to make some more in-depth videos, because I know you guys have seen a lot of my Marrakech videos and some of you prefer all of the things I've done in one video. So this is for all you guys, and also for the new travelers that haven't been to Marrakech before and really want to dive in to see some tips and tricks and nice places to see that you don't always find on the internet. A quick introduction to some of the new viewers out there. My name is Yad and I'm originally from the UK and of Kurdish origin, and I've been traveling around Morocco for the past year and have filmed over 50 videos in the beautiful country. And guys, just before the video starts, if you could please do me a favor and don't forget to subscribe to this video, because it honestly helps so much, and it will also show your algorithm more videos that are relevant to you, especially to do with Marrakech, so you don't want to miss out on that part as well. Thank you so much, but let's start today's video. So number one on the list, guys, is Pikala Cafe. Pikala Cafe is a great place to start your morning, or kind of mid-morning, and if you fancy going there having like a bit of a brunch, some avocado on toast, a fresh juice. They have such a great collection, and they're also a workspace as well. So if you're traveling to Marrakech and a bit of a digital nomad, they have an area where you can do some work and enjoy some laptop time, downtime in the morning, because Marrakech can get quite hectic. I highly recommend going there and starting off your day there. Also, one thing I love about the company itself, Pikala, they are a bike sharing initiative, and they're aimed at promoting sustainable transportation in Marrakech. And what you can actually also do is rent a bike from Pikala, and you can explore the city of Marrakech by bikes, and they'll take you through all little hidden gems and alleyways that you haven't seen before. I did it with them in Agadir and I absolutely loved it, because they took me to different places that I have never seen before in that city. So I'm sure if you guys jump on the initiative and doing it in Marrakech, it will be a fantastic experience. They have two options usually. It's one very early in the morning and also one in the afternoon, but if you're going in the summertime, you probably want to book the morning, because afternoon is going to be very hot. The price for Pikala, you're looking at, I would say, budget to medium. It's not very expensive at all. We spent roughly, I think, for that whole breakfast that we had that you can see here on the screen, it was roughly about 10 euros for all of that per person, or a little bit just under. So it's not too bad, very affordable, and so delicious. Number two on the list, guys, is actually one of my favorite things to do in Marrakech, and it is Dar Yacout Restaurant. This restaurant, guys, is one of Marrakech's most famous restaurants. It offers a luxurious dining experience with the traditional Moroccan cuisine. It's set in this beautifully decorated riad, and honestly, guys, you will not find it if you're just walking around on your own, because it's basically like in this I'll just say like a residential area, and located almost in a very different part of the Medina area. As you can see, we are kind of in the heart of all the orange and reddish type of brickwork. All the buildings look the same. It doesn't even look like a restaurant. Or when you go in, there's just big gate where there's this Moroccan guy that just opens the door with the beautiful abaya outfit, and you just walk in and you've got this incredible, well, basically opens up into this incredible riad with this gorgeous pond in the middle and all the seats. They've got an upstairs area where you can sit down on the rooftop. It really is a great experience. We went for the tasting menu, and you basically get a little bit of everything. You get some starters, you get some mains, and you get a dessert as well. And wow, the food is just really incredible. You really get a taste of Morocco, and they bring it out in such a unique way that make sure you've got your cameras ready, because it really is incredible and you'll have a great time. This is a place that I would save for a very special dinner. But again, it does depend on what type of traveler you are. If you prefer the kind of luxury, mid to luxury high-end night, then go for Dar Yacout. But if you like your more street food and stuff, it might not be for you. But again, it just depends. I just wanted to cover it in this video because we had such a great experience there. The cost for Dar Yacout, if you're looking to get the tasting menu, it's roughly around, I'd say, 50 to 100 pounds per person. That's not including drinks, but you do get a lot of value for your money. You get so much food, which you're probably not going to finish, and you probably want to take away in a little doggy bag. I've actually created an itinerary for Marrakech, which is a 5-day itinerary, because typically that's how long most people go there for. And if you guys were interested in purchasing that, I've basically put together all the best places that you guys have to visit when you go there, all in particular order from day 1 2, 3, 4 and 5, and from what you do first thing when you get up in the morning until you finish the day. So if you want to check that out as well, you can purchase that directly from the description box below and the pinned comment, so you guys can have everything planned out for you, all the description that you need and the prices to get into the places. That will all be there for you and all being taken care of. Next on the list, guys, is Ben Youssef Madrasa. And the Ben Youssef Madrasa is actually very close to the Pikala restaurant that I mentioned in the initial thing to do. Ben Youssef Madrasa is actually one of the largest and most beautiful Islamic schools in North Africa. It dates back to the 14th century, and the madrasa features stunning Moroccan architecture with intricate carvings with a serene courtyard. And honestly, guys, I'm not sure what time to recommend you guys go into this place, because we went there quite early and it was still very, very busy. We got there around 9:30ish in the morning. So if you want to beat the crowds, so to get your insane, beautifully Instagram worthy pictures, maybe get there as soon as it opens. If you're not too worried about that and don't mind a little bit of crowd, it doesn't really matter what time of day you go, because you get quite influx of people coming in and then they leave, so it's a constant change. But again, it's a very, very beautiful place and it's a must-see thing to do when you guys head over to Marrakech. And also the cost to get into Ben Youssef Madrasa for the tickets are 50 dirhams for an adult and 10 dirhams for children. So roughly you're looking at, in British pounds, it's about £4 to get in, and for children just under £1, so it's fairly cheap. Next on the list, guys, is a place called Lili Oli, and again, it's another brunch place. And as you can see by the theme of the video, we do like our brunches when we're in Marrakech. It really is a great thing to do, great way to get your day started and away from the hustle and bustle. It's a very, very popular spot in Marrakech for a relaxed and delicious brunch. It's basically known for its cozy ambience and it has a diverse menu. It offers a mix of traditional Moroccan dishes and international favorites, such as the avocado on toast with a poached egg on top, and the coffee is so good. So if you really want to get a very, very affordable yet super high-end breakfast, I highly recommend it. You probably want to grab a taxi over there, because it's a little bit out of the main area in terms of the Medina and all of that area. Is about a 10-minute taxi drive, and I'll get into the taxis in just a little bit at the end of the video in terms of what I recommend you should use when you are in Marrakech, because it's actually a little bit of a grey area that I feel like I need to cover later in the video, so stick around for that as well. Next on the list is the Marrakech Park. So there's two parks here that I'll recommend to you. So number one is Cyber Park. Cyber Park is a very, very nice park within the hustle and bustle of the Medina, and it basically takes you away from the busyness and the hecticness. If you just want to go for a morning walk, or you want to go for a jog but also feel like you're in that Marrakech vibe, it is a very, very gorgeous park right in the heart of the city, very close to the Medina. You can just go for a nice walk around or a jog, or just maybe take the children for a walk. If you're going with kids, it's a very, very good place. Obviously now I travel with my baby, so it was very nice for us just to take her for a little walk there. She loved it. And also another park that I'd recommend to you guys is Menara Gardens. It's a larger park, and it has this incredible area where if you get there super early in the morning and it's clear skies, you'll be able to see the backdrop of Atlas Mountains. It's so beautiful. For us, I basically got just a very, very brief view of the Atlas Mountains. I didn't get the best view, but I've seen online how gorgeous they look. Next on the list is Menara Mall. This is actually one of Marrakech's main shopping malls, and it's right next to Menara Gardens. So if you do the garden and then want to cool down and head over to Menara Mall, you can go in there and check out some of the shops that they've got. They've also got a hotel next door which you can get some food in, and outside Menara Mall, why I actually like it, they've got a lot of cafeterias. They've got like Costa Coffee, they've got some Moroccan style restaurants, and you can just sit down and enjoy a nice cup of coffee, a Moroccan style. Maybe you can get something that is called a nus coffee. It's half milk and half coffee. Nus means half in Moroccan, so hence the name nus. So it's basically a half coffee. But yeah, you'll get that a lot when you go to Morocco. And if you say, sometimes it's not even on the menu. If you just say to the waiter, "Can I get a nus?" they'll give you a nice smile and be like, "Yeah, of course, I'll grab you that," because it's a very Moroccan thing. Next on the list is an area called Gueliz area. Gueliz is one of the trendy and upper class places to visit when you are in Marrakech, and it's also a shopping district. There is another shopping mall there called Kara Eden, and I believe this is actually the main shopping mall in Marrakech, and they are currently building a bigger shopping mall in Marrakech because they could really do with one that has some more international shops. But this Kara Eden it's a nice mall. It has, again, a lot of restaurants outside, so you can check out. It's a little bit nicer than Menara Mall. I'd recommend Kara Eden over Menara Mall, but the reason I mention Menara Mall is because if you're in Menara Gardens, it's a nice walk to get there and enjoy the restaurants outside. So Kara Eden, again, it's another shopping mall in Marrakech in the Gueliz area. And also in the Gueliz strip, when you go to that Kara Eden shopping mall, you can see loads of small little market stalls where you can grab some goods. They've even got a few fake markets. If you're into that jazz, you want to get some your Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all of that jazz. They got all of that stuff over there. So if you're into that, you can also go there and grab it. And then the whole area is full of restaurants, caf. You can easily go spend a couple of hours over there. It's quite a cool area. And also next to Gueliz, you've got this place called Hivanage, which is a place where all the clubs and bars typically are. So if you're into your nightlife, you want to do a bit of searching. Obviously, we didn't do that because now we're traveling with a baby, so we currently can't be going to those places with a baby, of course. However, if you guys are into it, Hivanage is the place where you have all the bars and nightclubs. Next on the list, guys, is Jardin Majorelle, and this garden is basically next to Majorelle Gardens, that fancy big blue place that you see everywhere when you search Marrakech. And the reason I want to mention this garden is because sometimes when you go to Jardin Majorelle, the actual place to see the blue building and all the beautiful gardens, you might not get in. It may be very, very busy. The queue might be super hectic. So what I recommend is go to Jardin Majorelle, which is literally just right next door. It's a nice little quaint coffee shop where you also get the beautiful blue buildings inside. It's not as big as the main place, but you can sit down and have a coffee and just enjoy the environment, maybe whilst the queue for the actual main garden cuts down, so you can wait there for a bit and enjoy that same environment without having to leave or go home. Next on the list is Terra Mia coffee shop in Gueliz. So once you're in that Gueliz area, Terra Mia is a charming coffee shop located in the Gueliz districts. It's a perfect spot to relax with a cup of coffee or a Moroccan tea if you like. And it offers kind of like a cozy atmosphere, friendly service, and they got a great selection of pastries. So if you love your pastries, you love your cakes, then trust me guys, that place is going to be for you. Maybe if you're going to Gueliz, go there first for a nice cuppa and then have some desserts and then go for a little bit of shopping. Next on the list is Mirag'D Atlas. So this is actually a hotel, but also you can have it as a pool day. So once you're done with, let's say, all the shopping and all the hecticness from Marrakech, what it has to offer, you've done all the nightlife, you've done all the Medina shopping, you've gone to all the restaurants, you feel like, okay, what now? What else is there to do in Marrakech? Then a pool day is a great way to cool down, especially from Marrakech, how hot it gets, especially in the summer. If you guys are going in this month or in the coming months to come, go to Mirag'D Atlas. You can pay for a pool day, which is really, really worth it. And the cost for the pool day is 45 euros per person. And with that, you get the pool access and you do get some of that redeemable on the actual food. However, you do have to book before you go, so just give them a call and just double check that that deal is still the same, because with these pool access places, they typically always change their deals every summer or every few months, so just double check to make sure that is exactly the same deal. Next on the list is M Avenue. M Avenue is a contemporary lifestyle destination in Marrakech. It basically features a mix of luxury shops, dining venues, art spaces and entertainment option. And it's kind of like a little mini Dubai, I like to call it, in Marrakech. It's super new, everything is fresh. It's got even Four Seasons Hotel there, so it's a bit fancy. I'd like to say it's probably one of the most fanciest places in Marrakech. But it's nice just to explore it and just to see that side of Marrakech. It's got a lot of nice cozy cafes and restaurants that you can check out. It's got a rooftop, it's got Four Seasons Hotel, it's got Cristiano Ronaldo's hotel there as well. So there's a lot of cool and trendy and luxurious things to check out. So if you're into a little bit of luxury shopping and luxury restaurants and bars, then I'd highly recommend checking out M Avenue. It's a nice little place where you can walk and just get away from the hustle and bustle of Marrakech, because trust me, you're going to want to get away from it sometimes. You don't know now if you haven't been, and you'll appreciate areas like this. Next on the list is a place called Cappacuccino, and this place is also in the area of el-Fnaa, and if you wanted to start off your day there, you can. It's basically a stylish cafe located in the upscale area of el-Fnaa. It's known for its chic decor and delicious coffee, and it's also a great place to enjoy a leisurely breakfast or a midday coffee break while soaking in the elegant ambience. As you can tell by the theme of this video, I'm recommending a lot of brunch places and coffee spots because there's so many in Marrakech. It's so popular for these things. Next on the list is a place called Bacha Coffee. This is one of my most favorite places in Marrakech. It's basically a luxurious coffee house and it's located in the historic Dar Yacout Palace. So if you're searching to go there, you need to search Dar Yacout, and it's a very hard place to actually get a space. And I don't believe you can book online, but you have to get there as soon as those doors open because there's always a wait, but it is very worth it. They offer a vast selection of over 200 single origin coffees, and it's served in kind of like an opulent setting with its intricate Moroccan decor. It's a perfect spot to experience the rich coffee culture in Marrakech because there really is a rich coffee culture there. And we spent around 20 to 25 euros. We got this incredible coffee. We got like a brunch menu where we got an omelette and we got some pastries to go with it. And I think honestly it was really worth it considering the experience that we had with it. We really enjoyed it. We even went with our baby and luckily she fell asleep, so we was able to enjoy the experience. But highly recommend this place, guys. Make sure it's on your list. Next on the list is Luma Restaurant. Luma Restaurant is a place that you want to go in the evening. It's a contemporary dining spot in Marrakech. It's known for its innovative take on the Moroccan and Mediterranean cuisine. So it's a very nice mix and blend of the cuisines. So it's it's fancy, but it's not very expensive. I think we spent roughly about 20 euros per person, or 20 to 30 euros per person, but we got a lot of food. I got some beef sliders, Date's got a nice starter as well, like a salad, but a very nice one. And she got a steak, I got some lamb cutlets, and we even got a dessert, which was so delicious. And it's in a very chic looking restaurant, very modern. They got some really nice fancy style drinks. So again, a very cool place to go. And also on the weekends, they do kind of like a belly dance show. So if you're interested in getting that type of experience as well, then highly recommend going. Just double check their website or their Instagram before going, especially on the weekend, to see if you have to book it, because if they've got some entertainment, it's likely that they're going to be a little bit busy. But don't take my word for it. Always check online before you go, because as I say, these things always change on a month-to-month basis or year-to-year basis. Next on the list is shopping in Marrakech. I covered this slightly in my previous video, and I'll cover it again now because I think it's an area that a lot of tourists, when they go to Marrakech, they need to know about. So when you're shopping in Marrakech, you're going to get the tourist tax. Tourist tax is essentially what it sounds like. You're going to get the vendors. They are going to basically try to charge you probably double or triple what it costs. So if you're going to buy kind of like a nice Moroccan outfit or some souvenirs to take back with you to the UK or America or wherever you guys are from, just go in there with the thought that this is what you have in mind, that you feel like paying for an object or for like a piece of clothing, and just try to negotiate with the vendor. So if they say, for example, this is going to cost you 200 Moroccan dirhams, you know that that is their first price. So don't be afraid to negotiate, because I know how it is as being a European. It's not in our culture to negotiate. Obviously, because I've got a little bit of Middle Eastern background in me, I'm very comfortable with it. But obviously, I understand that a lot of people are not. So if you want to get your best prices in Marrakech, always bargain with them. Maybe say, look, is this your best price? Because my budget for this outfit, for example, is 100 dirhams, and you're quoting me, let's say 300. So we're quite far away. They'll either offer you something else, or they will 100%, they will bring that price down for you. And again, don't be afraid to negotiate. It's very normal in the Arabic and Moroccan culture. So it's not kind of being rude or anything. It's very normal. But at the same time, just be respectful to some of the vendors as well. Don't try to kind of go too hard on them. But sometimes there's some vendors that will try to rip tourists off. So you just have to kind of be ready for it. Don't take don't get offended. That's the main thing. Just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. Just know this is how it is in the Marrakech markets. It's very hustle and bustly, but not every vendor is like that. Some are very honest and just give you the right price. You'll be able to know this with a little bit of experience once you're shopping around for about half an hour or so. You'll be like, okay, this guy said it's this much, but I went to this other shop, it's completely different price. So don't always buy from the first place. Always do maybe go to like 2 or 3 places that sell the same thing, and then you'll have a rough estimate. Okay, this is roughly how much it is. So I can go back to this guy or that person, and then you can negotiate your way down. Next on the list, guys, is the famous Jemma el-Fnaa Square. Jemma el-Fnaa Square is the main square and the marketplace in the heart of Marrakech's Medina. It's a lively yet chaotic hub where locals and tourists gather to experience street performers, snake charmers, food stalls and vendors selling a variety of goods. By night, however, it does transform into a bustling food market with such an electric atmosphere. They've got all the locals that come down. They've got lamb's head, they've got beef tongue, they've got snails, they've got literally all different types of cuisines that you want to try, especially the lamb's head and all of that stuff. It looks very, very interesting. I didn't have it last time. The most adventurous I got with the food was some snails, because I don't like going too crazy, because I sometimes get a bad stomach. However, that's one thing I want to mention in Morocco. I never really had any issues with food when I was there. The only issue I had was probably just when I was ordering a takeaway. I think I ordered like a dodgy sandwich and I got a little bit of a stomach bug for like a couple of days. But other than that, I was traveling there for a very long time and I never had any issues with the food there. But yeah, Jemma el-Fnaa Square is, if you're there in the day, you're going to get some of the people coming up to you with the monkeys and all of that stuff. Honestly, personally for me, I would stay away from them because I didn't have a good experience when I was there. When I went initially to that square, there was this guy that come up to me with regards to the monkeys, and he literally just put the monkey on my head, and I didn't expect him to try to charge me what he was trying to charge. He was like, by the end of it, he was, oh, you need to give me 200 dirhams, which is almost 20 pounds. I was like, for what? You know, just for like putting a monkey on my head. I was like, no way. I said, just take 20 dirhams, which is like £2.50, you know, but it's a lot of money for somebody just putting a monkey on your head, which I didn't even ask for. And then he was just not having it. He was like, no, give me 200, give me 200, and just trying to be really aggressive, passive aggressive if you like, and not just taking the money. And then in the end, I was like, listen, you either take the money or I'm not going to give you anything. So it's up to you how you want to do it. And these guys are just out and out scammers. I would honestly stay away from them, and they really give Marrakech a really bad name because it's such an incredible city with so many beautiful things and places to see. But you always got these people around the world in some of these destinations. I'm just giving you the tip now. If you're not interested in getting the headache, don't look at them and don't try to take pictures of them either without their consent, because they'll run over to you with their hands and they will be asking you for money. So it's up to you. Maybe if you want to do something that they're offering, like the snake charmers or the monkeys and stuff, which again I wouldn't recommend, but if you really wanted to, tell them the price you're willing to pay before. Don't let them give you the activity and then let them price you, because trust me, they will price you at a ridiculous amount. Just be very careful when you're there. The square is very fun. There's a lot of cool stuff to do. There's rooftops that you can check out. They've got nice views over the whole square, so it can be very fun. Next on the list is the famous Jardin Majorelle. Jardin Majorelle is a beautifully landscaped garden created by French painter Jacques Majorelle in the 1920s and later restored by fashion designers YSL and Pierre Berge. Hopefully I've said the names right. It features that vibrant blue building where you see everywhere in Marrakech when you search online, and it's got these gorgeous exotic plants from Mexico, from California, literally all around the world. And it's got fountains and shaded walkways, offering kind of a serene escape from the city's hustle and bustle. And next on the list, the YSL Museum. The YSL Museum, for me personally, I really wasn't a big fan because I'm not really into kind of art, that type of art, because it was more about like fashion and design. But I just kind of wanted to check it out anyway because it was right next to Jardin Majorelle. And we went there, we went inside. It has like this cool courtyard where you go into, where everyone just really wants to go to get their Instagram picture. But once you're inside, you can't really use your camera or anything because it's all it's all kind of vintage clothing and it's stuff that you're not really allowed to photograph. But if you're into design, fashion and art, then that place might be for you. If you're more of a tourist where you like to be more interactive with what's going on, then I probably wouldn't recommend it too. Next on the list is a Moroccan cooking class. We took a Moroccan cooking class on our first trip to Marrakech and we had such a fun time. We cooked all different types of tagines, from chicken, beef, lamb, and we cooked some vegetarian options as well, which was so delicious. And the first thing you do, you go and pick out all your ingredients with the lady that does it for you, and you get all the fresh ingredients from the local vendors, and then you go back to her house and she teaches you how to make everything. It's very interactive. You've got some other people there as well that are doing it, and it's very fun. And I'll leave the link to book that in the description box below as well. And the final thing on the list is a place called Cafe Clock. Cafe Clock is a place that they have different types of entertainment on different nights that you go there. So I will double check on their Instagram to see what's going on. But when we went, they had this amazing Moroccan dancing going on. It was super interactive. We had so much fun. And they've also got the famous camel burger there. So if you're into trying that, then I'd recommend it as well. But it was a little bit dry, but it was actually a little bit tasty as well. But what I enjoyed most when I was there was this date and camel milk milkshake. It was super rich but so flavorsome. Really loved it, and we sat there for the night and there was all these Moroccans dancing, going wild. It was really a good experience. If you want to indulge in that type of nightlife and vibe, it's a good bit of fun. And a little word on the taxis that I mentioned that I would cover earlier in this video. So taxis are a very great area in Morocco. So there's two options when you take taxis in Morocco. Option one is the taxis that are just driving around on the street. And option two, which is an app called InDrive, which I believe, I'm honestly not sure if it's legal or not legal because everybody uses it and seems like they're turning a blind eye, or the government or whoever's supposed to. But taxi drivers themselves absolutely hate InDrivers because they're saying that they're taking all their business. However, with experience, when me and my wife and baby was there and we was taking local taxis, they were just, most of them, there was a couple that were very nice, but most of them were just so angry and rude and spitting out the window and just like have attitude when we were telling them where we need to go, or or just anything. They were just in such a mood, and sometimes they would never put the meter on, which again is a scam. They should always have their meter on when they're taking you to places, and they always charge you ridiculous prices, basically that tourist tax. So if you really have to take a public taxi, then take it. If you're in a rush and it's just right there, you don't want to wait. Your other option, guys, is an app called InDrive, and InDrive is basically just like Uber. And it's very efficient, it's very affordable. You pay basically Moroccan prices, not tourist tax prices. So for example, if you was to take a normal taxi to go to a 10-minute drive away, they may charge you, let's say 50 dirhams or 100 dirhams on let's say 100 dirhams on a public taxi. However, if you get InDrive, they'll probably charge you about 35 dirhams. So you can see the difference in prices. And also, the InDrive, just like Uber, comes to a direct location and typically comes in quite a nice car. Sometimes they've got air conditioning, and the local taxis don't have air conditioning, and they, most of the time, very rude and just not very pleasant. So again, I'm not saying this for all taxis in Marrakech or Morocco in general. I'm just giving you my personal experience, because we had really bad experiences with a couple of taxis. I mean, we were in one taxi once with our baby as well, and this guy was just so angry. I don't know what his problem was. So we basically went from Gueliz back to our apartment, which was went from Hivenage to Gueliz, which is not too far from each other. And we basically said, look, we've got the map on our Google Maps, because we were staying in an Airbnb apartment. It was very hard to tell him exactly where the apartment was because we don't really know. So we said, look, here's the Google map and I can direct you, or you can just watch it yourself. But he was just not having it. He was just like, I'm in and ahhing, huffing and puffing, putting his window down and spitting out the window and just like going up cars' arses when he was driving, like really agitated. And I was like, why are you getting so angry? He's like, oh, where is it? And I said, it's behind the Jardin Majorelle garden, but it's an apartment, so I don't know the road or anything like that. So I'll show you exact location on the map. You can just follow it. He was like, oh, no, I don't want to follow the map. It's just so weird, so egotistic. He just didn't want me to help him. It was just so weird. And I've had a couple of experiences like that there, and it's just, why do you need that? You know, why do you need that? You're paying him for a service, and he treats you like absolute crap, garbage, if you like. So yeah, after that experience, I basically said, you know what, I'm never getting a public taxi again because of how we were treated. And InDrive guys, they're all very, very kind, good people, all speak mostly a lot of them good English as well, so you'll be covered. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching another video here about Morocco, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you of course enjoyed today's video. And as always, if you've got any questions or anything that you feel like I haven't covered enough, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I do answer nearly every single question, or feel free to also reach out to me on my Instagram, which is just here as well, and we can connect on there and we can also connect via Instagram. But thank you so much again guys for watching today's video. I'll see you on the next video here on my channel, and I wish you an amazing trip in Marrakech. You're gonna have a great time, and see you on the next one guys. Good night.